Now, how can ethnographic work contribute to the study of international law? To my mind, the main value of ethnographer does not only lie in what it says. After all, many strands of sociology pursue similar lines of inquiry, are concerned with social structures, pattern practices, the productions of symbols and artifacts. No. To me, the unique contribution of ethnographic works is about how they say what they say, their modes of visualization and representation, the reactions they elicit from the reader. In one word, their rendering of legal processes. The gaze of the social scientist is driven and constrained by the availability of measurable data. The ethnographer, on the other hand, is free to be curious, to marvel at the everyday lives and experiences of legal actors, before leisurely patching them together into a coherent framework. Their gaze is directed at the micro-level details and nuances of human behavior, which could otherwise get lost in aggregate data. While sociology renders the international legal field as a structured set of phenomena, ethnography renders it as a humble, messy laboratory where ordinary people reach important decisions in hesitant and often circuitous ways. This, to me, adds great explanatory force and critical bite to international legal analysis. What legal actors actually do and don't do, say and don't say, think and don't think in their daily routines matters and opens up spaces of agency and contestation. Also, methodological freedom can make ethnography particularly appealing from a narrative standpoint. A good ethnographer is not only a good observer, but also a good storyteller. A crafty ethnographic account leads the reader to experience culture shock as an engine of insight. It invites the reader to share the author's wonders and discoveries. In the best case, the author themselves reflects on how their immersion in the community has altered their own perceptions, adding yet another layer to the intrigue. Let me give you a painfully topical example. Some time ago, I was wrapping my head around the international legality of the use of nuclear weapons. Had perused the traditional legal materials like the ICJ's advisory opinion and was meh. Then I stumbled upon Carol Cohn's essay on the rational world of US defense intellectuals, the group of military analysts and experts in charge of America's nuclear deterrence. By getting embedded in the group, Professor Cohn was able to explain how they think, how their techno-strategic language psychologically distanced them from the horrors of nuclear annihilation. And while doing so, Professor Cohn also reflected on her own experience as a participant observer, marveling at how her own mind, her own vocabulary, her own categories of thought changed over time. This was incredibly powerful, at least for me. That essay contained a fragile but very deep truth. For what I wanted to do, it made more sense of nuclear governance than any classical text of international jurisprudence ever would.